head custodian was out yesterday, and our substitute misunderstood us, I guess, when we asked them to set it up for 120 facing the screen. They put a lot of seats to the back of the screen, so I apologize for that, but we do have plenty of extra chairs in the back if you are still looking for a seat. And there is room, if you don't mind, I'll walk up and down the aisle so you don't have to have your back to me the whole time if you want to face that way. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. And again, I want to welcome everybody here to the Citizen of the Month breakfast. We do this 4 times a year. We have about 1,000 kids at Shanahan, and you know, it's a pretty big honor to be recognized as Citizen of the Month. I think we recognize about 32 kids a quarter. So if you do the math, it's about 120 of our kids, a little bit over 120 kids out of 1,000. And so to be selected, you know, out of such a large number, that's a pretty big honor. So parents, students, thank you. You're doing a heck of a job. You obviously value the importance of education, and it shows when you send these little rascals to us every day. They're great role models, and the reason why they're in this room is because they exhibit these characteristics that you see outlining the walls here. That's been our focus the last few years. It's what we call the Scoutway characteristics. And so when I ask the student or the teachers to think about who their Citizen of the Month are going to be, we really ask them to focus on the students that are exhibiting these characteristics right here outlined on the wall. But it all starts, number one, with the big one right up there in front, respect. And all of these students in the room not only respect their classmates and their teachers, but they respect themselves. So I want to, again, pat you on the back, students. My battery just went dead. Hope you can hear me. Mic check? Nope. All right, so what we're going to do this morning is we're going to ask each of our departments to come up and talk a little bit about the group as a whole, but there's a more personalized message about your particular student on the back of their certificate. So make sure that you read that, because that is the more personalized message. Again, each department will talk, you know, kind of in general about the 4 students that they've selected, and they will have that very personalized message on the back of there. And then with their award, their certificate, they'll get a little decal, the Citizen of the Month decal that they can put on their device, or, you know, parents, if you want to put it on your vehicle or whatever you want to do. We used to do, you know, front of the line lunch passes, but students just kind of get in line as they go down to the cafeteria now, so those are kind of obsolete, but those were kind of a big deal there for a while. But now we get those decals for your devices that you can kind of show off that you were selected as one of our Citizens of the Month. All right. At this time, I'm going to ask that the PE and Health Department introduce their Citizens of the Month. We will call all of the students up together, and Mr. Kronwetter, I believe, will talk about all of them, and then we'll hold the applause until the end. All right?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mr. Kronwetter. This is Miss Allie. We're Health and PE. And we just wanted to take a moment of your time to recognize the students that we chose for our department, but also all these kids that are in here, like Mr. McDaniel just said, fantastic kids. We love working with them. They have all these positive traits that we've been talking about. The kids that we selected, we thought that these kids showed not just a kind word or a friendly gesture once or twice, but over and over and over again throughout the time we had them in class. And, you know, as teachers, we see all kinds of things all day long. And we don't have time to point things out to every individual student that we see do something. But these are kids, and we don't always get a chance to say it to them when it happens. But we want to do that now and let you guys know that we notice this stuff. Teachers see this stuff that you guys do, good and bad. And we want to see the good. And the kids that are in this room, we see the good. These teachers over here see the good. And that's why you're being recognized today. So keep it up. Remember, it's not just about you, it's about we, it's about everybody. The community of the school, community outside the walls. Make sure that you remember that going forward, because too many people in this world nowadays are more worried about themselves and only themselves than everybody. And together, you guys, positive, good behavior, and all the actions that you do speak so loudly. So make sure that you keep that up, okay? Jacob Hirsch. I don't think I've seen Jacob this morning. Okay, Caitlin Pula, Addison Schaffner, and for the first time, an unprecedented award to twins. And thank God I never had them at the same class at the same time, because I can never keep them apart. Nick and Jake Piankowski. Come on up.
Yay!
Stay right here, guys. Good job. Works.
That's good. We're gonna get a picture for Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
I don't have Twitter.
Shameless plug.
I don't have Twitter.
Congratulations. The next department, we're going to ask our world language teachers, looks like, come up, Mrs. Ralph. Now, the last Citizens of the Month we want to recognize are our Technology Citizens of the Month, Mr. Moss and Mr. Chirkus. Okay, that concludes our breakfast this morning. I want to congratulate everybody once again. Parents, thank you for coming out and sharing this special day with us. We ask that you take all the leftover donuts before you leave, because I can't afford to pack on any more pounds. So make sure you grab the leftovers on your way out. Thanks again. If we don't see you, have a great summer.